Hey everyone, today I'm going to ruin every Sheik main's game. This is because the topic of the video today is how to beat Sheik in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. As a Sheik player, I'll try to stick to the basics of how to beat Sheik, as this is not a tutorial on everything about Sheik or how to play neutral. In my opinion, Sheik is not a good character at low level. My reasoning behind this is that a new Sheik player will lack knowledge of Sheik's kill setups and options, as well as how to play safe in neutral stance. Spacing with Sheik can be very difficult because of how precise a player must be when spacing with forward air. Even though forward air is a very low lag move, it can be shield grabbed up close if you can react correctly. It is also important to be able to read off-stage habits as well as execute difficult advanced techniques and quick input for specific kill setups. This can be very difficult for a new player to think about in-game actively. Sheik shines at mid-level, however. A mid-level player who can play safely and use needles efficiently can play in such a way to make it almost impossible for a mid-level opponent to find a good opening, but a few openings against a Sheik can almost always lead to death because of how light she is, and how terrible her fall speed is. It makes it really easy to combo her, basically. In my opinion, at a high level, Sheik is better than she is at low level, but she's not quite as good as she is at mid-level. This is because top players are able to understand neutral much more than mid-level or low-level players. This, in a way, takes away from the advantage that mid-level players have, because Sheik's frame data can carry them to an extent. High-level players are also capable of punishing harder than any other player, which is detrimental to a Sheik player. First, let's go over some of Sheik's strengths. In Smash 4, Sheik has an excellent neutral game. The combination of her great frame data, mix-ups, and ability to control space and condition her opponent with needles makes her very hard to deal with. It makes it very frustrating to get out of a disadvantageous position against her as well. Another one of Sheik's main strengths is how versatile the character is. While she can play very defensive, she can play very offensive as well. Sheik is extremely good at pressuring her opponent due to her amazing frame data and the ability to have so many options in mix-ups. She can mix up her pressure with relatively safe tilts and completely safe aerials, and even up special for a kill sometimes because of its invincibility. It is very good at reading an overextending opponent. They attack the invincibility, then get hit by the up B for an easy kill, and up B will kill as early as 120%. Sheik's pressure is very difficult to deal with. My advice would be to try to read how Sheik will pressure you based on previous actions, and then punish her pressure. Mostly with a shield grab if you think they're going to do an unsafe action, or roll away to get out of the bad situation. Another one of Sheik's strengths, as I stated before, is her defensive game. Sheik's very high mobility in combination with needles make her very hard to catch. Because needles limit opponents from committing to the air, because she can juggle with needles at mid-percents and above. If you confront a Sheik that's running away, it's best to try to stay below her and stay grounded until Sheik does an unsafe option or puts herself in a bad position, such as being next to the ledge. Runaway Sheiks will often use needles as their primary option, but if you get close enough, needles can be punished very hard. Hard punishing unsafe needles is important to beat a runaway Sheik because how often the runaway Sheik will use needles. In my opinion, Sheik has a very strong offense. Her ability to push advantage and force opponents to panic in a disadvantageous position is excellent. In my opinion, Sheik has the best frame trapping in the entire game. Sheik is also excellent at the ledge. This is because Sheik shooting at the edge, waiting for an opponent to do something and just nairing will almost always work because Nair covers so many options due to its lasting hitbox. If in this situation, your best bet is to hope Sheik does a preemptive Nair. By this I mean does a Nair before you do anything, and then you can come up with the hitbox to beat the Nair because of how weak the hitbox is. Another very important tidbit when thinking about Sheik's offense is when you're the recipient of being thrown off stage against Sheik, she can be up close to you, but the most important thing is not to panic. Sheiks use air dodge as a cue to bouncing fish to get a kill. Now that we have gone over Sheik's strengths, I think it's very important that we also go over her weaknesses when talking about how to beat her. While Sheik has a lot of strengths, she also has one of the most polarizing weaknesses in the game. Sheik has the worst killing ability in Smash 4 besides like Jigglypuff. Her strongest move is Tipper Up Smash. Tipper Up Smash, however, does not kill until 90% on pretty much anyone except for very light characters. This limits Sheik players to using kill setups and combos. A lot of these kill setups are 50-50s and are situations where you have to guess what your opponent is going to do. This means you can hit them twice, get them out of the 50-50 range, and not even be able to get the kill setup at all. Sheik's other weakness is that she is a fast faller. She has comboed extremely hard, and the combination of her being a fast faller and one of the most liked characters in the game makes her very susceptible of dying very early off of 1 or 2 openings. What this means is while Sheik has a very good neutral, she cannot make any mistakes, because one mistake could very well lead to death. Now that we have discussed her strengths and weaknesses, let's talk about the recipe for success against Sheik. Frame 3 nairs are very good against Sheik, as it is easy to break Sheik combos with one and trade with her. And every trade with Sheik is highly in your favor if you make it. Although some of the more experienced Sheik players will know to wait out the Frame 3 nair, shield it, and punish, it's still a very good way to limit Sheik's options when you are in disadvantaged state. While Frame 3 nairs are very effective against Sheik, there's many more important things to go over when learning how to beat her, because not every character has a Frame 3 nair. In my opinion, the most important thing when beating a Sheik is to be aware of her main kill options and always be ready for them. Sheik has a very off-stage game with Bounce Fish. This can help her score kills. Be aware of this after 100% and never air dodge off stage. Most Sheik players, as I discussed earlier, use air dodge as a cue to let the bouncing fish rip. One of Sheik's main kill subs is forward tilt to up air. This is a 50-50, which means you can either air dodge or jump. It has a range of about 20% to 25% on some characters. However, if Sheik has high rage, the range is a little bit smaller. However, she can get kills earlier with it. If a Sheik player crosses up your DI, she can get kills even earlier. So always be aware of this. A good rule of thumb against Sheik when she has rage at all is to watch out for her forward tilt 50-50 at 105%. Unless you're playing a heavyweight, then you can add a little bit more percent onto it. Another one of Sheik's important kill options is tip or down tilt. If Sheik hits a tip or down tilt on you, you're most likely dead. But if you are at 140 or above, it becomes a 50-50 like F tilt. You want to DI away, but she can also cross up your DI on this, so be aware of her mix-ups. Forward throw to bouncing fish is also a good option for Sheik to use to get kills. However, this option only works at the ledge, and it works at around 100%. The best way to escape this is to DI the forward throw up and away. This makes it hardest for Sheik to get the kill, and it makes the percent range much smaller. Another one of Sheik's main kill options is weak nair to bouncing fish. This is an inescapable combo, and you're most likely dead if you get hit by this after 100%. It's a very large range to true combo, and it's very important to watch out for this, because this in essence is giving Sheik a free kill, so don't roll against Sheik and get caught with the nair. In my opinion, one of Sheik's best kill options is needles to bouncing fish. This is a true combo from about 90% to 150 on most characters, and sometimes even longer if the Sheik knows how to pivot reverse it. It is very important to actively avoid this option, especially when you're at higher percents and you have max rage, because using rage against Sheik is vital. Needles to bouncing fish is an undiable combo. Sheik's back throw to bouncing fish combo is another very strong kill setup. However, this combo is only true if the opponent is DIing in towards Sheik. DIing away makes this impossible to get, and it's not 50-50, it's actually impossible, so you can just jump out of it. The most important kill setup I would like to emphasize, though, is the forward throw to bounce fish. I know I've said this multiple times, but I think it's very important, so that's why I'm putting so much emphasis on it. The best thing to do is to just 50-50 air dodge or jump, but if you correctly DI it, it will make the Sheik overextend if they guess wrong, so it puts them in a bad position rather than you. Lastly, I would like to talk about rage, because rage is very effective in beating Sheik. One rage kill can make the difference in an entire set or match. What rage is, for you guys who don't know, is when you take percent in Smash 4, the knockbacks of your moves rises. When you're at max rage, the knockback of your moves rise by almost a whole 15%. That can make a huge difference. I would say with Sheik's bad killing ability, you get a high rage once a game, maybe once a set if the Sheik player is very effective in getting kills. Another way rage works against Sheik is when Sheik gets the kill first. When Sheik has high rage, her combos don't work correctly. When you are at low percent and Sheik has high rage, you can just DI forward throw, up and away, or up, and it will be impossible to connect the bouncing fish, so she would have to do a different follow-up, which is not as effective. Also, if you end up getting the kill with rage, and Sheik has no rage, her kills work even later. For example, up till 50-50 starts killing Donkey Kong at about 135 to 140-ish with good DI. Max rage is 150%, That means Donkey Kong will have almost full rage before Sheik gets her main kill setup against him. This forces Sheik players to be extremely creative when getting kills, or have to resort to getting kills off stage as much as possible. Donkey Kong's Ding Dong will work on Sheik at about 60%, but it will kill Sheik at like 40 when he has max rage. That's how big of a difference it makes. And this is for every smash attack as well. For example, Roy's forward smash can kill Sheik at probably about 30% if he has high rage. So to sum everything up, Sheik is a very well-rounded character in Smash 4, but she definitely has a fair share of weaknesses. So the best way to beat her is to make sure you DI all of her combos as best as you can, then get high rage, and then one hit can kill her. The best thing to do is make sure you get the most out of your openings against Sheik, because you may get very few of them because of her strong neutral. Also, make sure you're watching out for needles and bouncing fish whenever you are off stage, because Sheiks will often overextend like this to get kills because they just have to. Air dodging against Sheik off stage is the worst thing you could possibly do because it gives her an early kill a lot of the time. Now let's talk about some of Sheik's bad matchups. Her worst matchup in my opinion is Ryu. Ryu is very good at janking Sheik because Ryu has high weight and high survivability. Ryu also has Shoryuken, which can be comboed into and kill Sheik as early as 50% if he has that max rage. This means that Ryu could hit Sheik very early, such as 30%, and kill her off of it when he has high rage, due to his whole toolset comboing into Shoryuken. Mario is also a good matchup to do against Sheik, because Mario's up smash will be able to beat out Sheik's forward air and a lot of options that Sheik will be using against him because of his giant hitbox and the invincibility he has on his head. This means Sheik needs to highly respect Mario, while Mario and Sheik are both at kill percents. Mario also has a 3-frame nair, which can be hard for Sheik to deal with, but it's not an end-all be-all in the matchup. The hardest thing for the matchup is Mario's ability to combo Sheik off of one opening into kills off the top, combined with his ability to get Rage Drink with his up B and his forward smash and up smash. Another good matchup against Sheik is Mewtwo. Mewtwo, in my opinion, is about even with Sheik, mostly because of his air dodge. Mewtwo's air dodge can make it tougher for Sheik to do 50-50s on him, and he is a very strong punish game. In my opinion, the Ryu matchup is about 6-4, Mario is about 6-4, and then Mewtwo's about even. Another thing that is good against Sheik is picking Battlefield as a counterpick stage if Sheik does not ban it. Battlefield's high blast zones make her F-tilt 50-50 very hard to get on the ground, and the percent range is just extremely small. Counterpicking to Battlefield makes getting Rage Jank of Sheik even more possible if Sheik does not get a platform kill on you. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for today's video. Leave comments about what you want to be next in the series. Also, please leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed the video, and follow me on Twitch. Thank you guys, and have a great life.